Welcome to a guide to new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. Okay, we've got new mods again. It is Thursday the 13th of June and we've got some absolute beauts today. In the Giants mods in testing, they had the 8R US series and 9R 9RT was sitting there waiting to be tested. Well, we've got the 8R, that is out. We've got a Case Optum and some other ones to look at. Where shall I begin? Well, I'm going to start with the Case Optum. We've got, this is the Case IH Optum. This is by Nervtoter and Chrissy136. It's got a fantastic paint scheme on this one, kind of like a limited edition type look to it. I like it. I like most of the mods that come out. There aren't many that I don't like, to be fair. Now, mods have dropped very late. I'm recording this, what time is it? 20 past 10 in the evening? In the evening? At night. Past my bedtime. Anyway, in store, this is under Tractors, Medium. Now we've got the in-game one, not Medium. Hang on, what is it? Oh no, there we go. Large, sorry. We've got the Optum Series Standard in-game one, which is 15 slots, 240,000 to buy. If we scroll right the way across, we'll come to this at some point. There we go. The CVX 250/300. Now, 231,000, so it's a little bit cheaper straight off the bat. It's 40 slots, so it's quite heavy on the slot count, but a lot of the newer tractors, things that we've got more detail and stuff on, tend to be. What do we have? Well, we can change the main colour. We've got the Case red, we've got a nice kind of black, not quite flat, but a fairly flat black. We've got that lovely metallic-y red, I like that. And then we've got a slightly shinier black, a more glossy black. And then we've got a little bit brighter red there in the options for colours. We come down to configuration. If we look at the front here at the 3-point link, there's no PTO at the front there. So it says owner FZW, and then MIT FZW with. So we've got the PTO, we can have it without or with. So that's the first option. Then we've got wheel brands. Let's get to wheel brands now. We've got trailer balls, Michelin's, and Mitas. If we go back to trailer balls, we can have standard, we can have with wheel weights, wide tyres and weights, twins, rear twins, and back to standard. If we go to Michelin's, we've just got the option of standards. There's not. Oh, hang on. That's. Oh, yeah. It's just standards, and then we go to the Mitas and we've got wides. So it's really, if you want to go for a few options, you want the trailer balls because you've got more options through the trailer balls than you have through the other ones. So for engine setup, we've got 3 options. We've got the 273 horsepower Optum 250 CVX. We can go for the 270 CVX, which is 288 horsepower, and 313 horsepower Optum 300 CVX. Realistically, all those options are pretty much the same as the standard in-game one. It's the colour options that are a little bit different, that nice kind of lovely looking red. So, it sounds brilliant. I love the sound of it. I think it sounds absolutely great. Now, if I do L1, R1 and left stick, we'll open the little sunroof on the top. So from inside, if we look up, we can open and close that. From inside, there's not a huge amount going on lighting wise. If I start the engine and then scroll through the lights, there's not really anything dashboard wise that we can see. We have got a beacon, or beacons, lights, rear work lights, and then the sort of main working lights in the front. It's that engine sound I really like. Anyway, that's the case. Optum by Nervtoter and Chrissy136. Moving swiftly on, we've got the John Deere 8R US series. This is by Custom Modding, and that looks, I mean, that looks phenomenal. I absolutely love the look of that. We've got a lot of options on this, because straight away I thought we've got an 8R already, haven't we? I'm kind of waiting on the 9R, but this is nice, and it's got some fantastic features on it as well. We'll have a look in store. I mean, the mod itself is incredibly neat, incredibly tidy, really detailed, fantastic bit of kit. So in store, under large tractors, if we go along to the 8R that's in game already, which is there, 299,000, 35 slots, we go all the way across and we've got the US series. We've got that as the standard, and it looks like a bit kind of anemic, a bit thin and spindly, but there are options to get around that. Now, 290 horsepower is your kind of starting one. Again, 299,000. This is 49 slots, but you'll see why in a moment. So we can have on the front, there's no front 3-point link, I've noticed, but we can have 300 kilogram weight, 500, 700, 1100, and back to standard again. So yeah, no front 3-point link. We've got mud guards. We can have basic, which is just the standard over the back. Then we can have front plastic addition to the rear one, so we've got mud guards all round, and just the back fenders. So you can kind of, you know, pick and choose really what option between all of those you want. Then engine setup, we've got the 8245. Now this is the one that's got loads of engine options. I can't get any closer in on the engine number on there. But anyway, so we've got 290 horsepower for the 8245R. We've then got 318 horsepower for the 8270R. We've got the 8295R at 342. Then we've got 368 for the 8320R. Then we've got 394 for the 8345R. Then we've got the 418 horsepower at 8370R. And then we've got the 450 horsepower at 8400R with the 8400R. So a lot of engine options. Then we come on to the wheel setup. Now we've got 30-inch 480 80R15s. Now we can add a weight to that, like so. Go one more up and we've got jewels on the back. We go again and we add a weight to that. Go again and then we've got jewels on the front as well. So we've got front and rear jewels. That's nice, that's a good look. I like that a lot. Then we go with a weight on the back as well. So that was previous and that's with a weight. And then we go to these, and this is what I've got on it. Oh man, like flotation tires. 1100 45R46s. I love the look of that. And you can have that with weights as well. So, you know, I mean, you got that or that. Oh. Very, very nice. Anyway, let's have a look. So, sounds good, which is brilliant. Now if I press L1 and X, it folds, so it puts your kind of indicator stalks away. Now they can stay like that normally if you're towing something small or, you know, whatever. Something larger or wider, they swing out the back and it gives you a few more options. Now as far as lights go, we've got our front lights down here. We've got our work lights here, and they are bright. I mean, seriously bright. And then the front ones, plenty of light on this. Let's turn those off. If we go with indicators, look, there are indicators everywhere on this. Indicators, right? Now I've got my Satex side panel plugged into my PS4, so I can do hazards. That looks just awesome, love that. We have got a beacon up here, like so. Now what we do also have, let me think, is it R1 and right stick, there we go. We have got a door that opens and closes. Very cool. But inside is where it's really pretty awesome as well. Let's turn the engine off. And let's look down at this console here. Turn the engine on. And let's cycle through our lights. So on. I'll zoom in on this. And then off. Which is all fine. Then we go with indicators. Audible sound on that as well. Now what I love with that is with the hazards on, if you look down there, you've got your hazard thing is flashing on there as well. But then if I turn that off and put my beacon on, you've even got one for beacons as well. So it all lights up. That's great. Absolutely brilliant. I'm liking that. Liking it a lot. That's very smooth. Sounds great, looks great, features on it are phenomenal. Heavy on the slot count, fairly, you know, 49. That's quite a lot, but you get a lot of tractor for your money. Now, here's the other thing. L1 and right stick, I can raise and lower the front suspension. That is brilliant. If, like where I live, you've got lots of speed bumps, you know, and you want to avoid those speed bumps, but that's a nice feature. You can understand why the slot count is high. It's a bit, it doesn't go a little bit quicker, have it bouncing, you know. But that's brilliant. I'm liking that feature a lot. I mean, how often you'll actually use it while you're playing, I don't know, but you know, very, very cool. So there you go, that's the John Deere 8R US series by Custom Modding. Very, very nice. Right, I'm going to use this to show the next one as well. I'm actually, I don't need to show this one, do I? We'll do it on the next one. We have got, actually, you know what, I'll go with this one next. I'm going to have to be quick. We've got the Manor House. Now this is a placeable, I say placeable farmhouse. Blimey. Yeah. If you've won the lottery. This is by pAre. It's 52 slots. You'll understand why as we go around. I mean, the detail on it is phenomenal. I mean, it's a manor house, isn't it? It's not just your normal farmhouse. It's got a kind of French kind of feel to it. I don't know if that's just, you know, too much television, I guess. But anyway, it's massive. We go up to the front door. There you go. So you can see through the night. Plenty of options when you place it for landscaping up to it and that kind of thing. But the details we go around, like little pavers, steps up to the door. We come around the side, we've got another entrance up the side there. Around the back we've got raised little deck here, lowered section with storage and bins, flower beds, tree in the back. I mean, it's an incredible mod. I mean, really is. Wow. Now, obviously, slot count massive, 52 slots, but so's the price tag. I'll be honest with you, 470,000. I mean, I suppose at the end of the day, you're looking at like a, in the UK, probably like a £2 million home, £3 million home, something like that, you know, depending where in the country you are, possibly more than that. 470,000 is probably an absolute steal, but I suppose in game that's quite pricey, something to aim for, build up to. But there you go. That's the Manor House by pAre. We have got yeah, I'm going to actually go to this one now. We've got the Pons. This is the Pons Buffalo with clamping stake, I think it is. This is by HJ-Maschinenbau. It's 14 slots. It looks super cool. At the end of the day, it's a buffalo. It's another loading one, not by North Modding Company this time. Some cracking details, and I like the fact there's a lot of personalisation options on this as well. Now, it has got a clamp on the back, and I'll show you that in a minute. It's also got a very nice, another nice feature we're going to have a quick look at. Nice, tidy, detailed mod. Lots going on. So let's crack on with this. In store, under forestry, we have got the standard ones here. The Buffalo 221,000, the 875 216. If we scroll across, it's also 221,000. But we do have a few options. Now, we can change the rim colour to anything you want. I tend to go for onyx, but let's say we want to go for orange. I don't know why, but anyway. And then we can change our main colour again to anything we want, so you can get it to suit whatever setup you're going for. I do like options like that. Then we've got under wheel options, we've got Trelleborgs, or we've got the Ollisfors option, which you often get on these now. If we go back to Trelleborgs, we've got twin radial slims. Better come around to the back, you better see it a little bit better. We've got twin radial wides, we've got twin forestry, and then we've got larger, chunkier forestry ones. I like those ones. Then we've got T404 slims, T404 wides, they're quite cool. And then back to our twin radial slims, so a few options there. If we go back to Trelleborg and put on the Ollisfors, we've then got our, let's get back to there, seriously. Right, various different chain and track options are kind of, we're getting used to various different ones like that. Anyway, let's go back and put that on Trelleborgs. So we can have at the front without shield or with shield, helping you move those pesky logs around if you need to. At the back, and this is the thing I was talking about, we've got standard claw, little claw, or you can have it a big claw. That's what we need, a bigger claw for picking up logs on the back. Hopefully it won't play up like other ones do. And then we've got option engine Buffalo, which is 286 horsepower, or HJ power, which takes up to 450 horsepower. A bit of a brute. Tinted windows are standard, no option to change those. So, let's jump in it very quickly. Crane operates as usual, various different options there. We've also got our in our up down, and then we've got our rotation of our head, and we've got the opening and closing of our head. That's a much bigger clamp crane on that one. Anyway, now as far as the bed goes, I think it's L1 and X. Can remove all those and push them out the way. Like so. And then the back section, that last one there, we've got the option. Let's, oh no, that's still on the head. Let's change tool selection. That should be it, shouldn't it? There we go. Right. So we can move that in to clamp on the back. So it acts as like a clamp to hold the logs if you want to. Make it a little bit narrower. I think we can raise and lower those tines on the back as well. Yeah. So we can raise and lower the tines on the back, like so. Interesting one. I suppose it depends what you're carrying. Again, gives you a few more options, doesn't it? So there you go. I need to change back, don't I, to the other control arm. That really does chuck out some smog when it gets rolling. But anyway, there you go. That's the Buffalo, Pons Buffalo with clamping stake on the back by HJ-Maschinenbau. 14 slots. I didn't turn that back on again. Right, moving swiftly on. We have got the Joskin Tornado 3. This is a muck spreader. Very nicely detailed. I think we have the Tornado 2 as a mod. We had them on FS17. It's a muck spreader. Very nice, neat Lots of detail. This one is by E.T.A. La Marchoise, I think it might be. Marchoise. 6 slots. Capacity is, I think it's about 19,000, isn't it? Where are we? Manure spreaders. Go right across. There we go. 19,000 litres. 49,000. Not too expensive, I have to say. 15 metre spread on that, which is quite cool. If we go down to these ones, we're looking at 22,000 litres, 15,000, 16,000 litres, 43 grand, 54 grand, 85 grand. So I suppose for a 19,000 litre one for 49 is not actually too bad. Options available, we can have trailables or Michelins. The trailables come with standards. The Michelins are your wides. And then design, we can have with a beacon light, which is actually on the back here, with or without a beacon light. Those are your options. It spreads muck, 19,000 litres. Very nice bit of kit that. Very cool. Moving on, we have got the Reis, I always get that wrong. The Reis Premium Integral 20,000. This is by STv-Modding. This is a slurry spreader. We had one in FS17, probably in 15 as well. I can't think back that far. This one is incredibly detailed. I mean, seriously, it's only 9 slots, but the detail on it is wow. Few options on this one as well. Has got a 3-point link attachment on the back, but it does also have a spreader bit on there anyway. So let's have a look at the options. This is under slurry tanks. Now we have got already the Reis Premium Integral 2 30,000 litre capacity one for 165 grand. If we scroll across, now that one actually does come with its own spreader bar on the back. This one here is only 76 grand. It doesn't come with a spreader bar on the back. It's only 180 horsepower requirement and it's 10,000 litres less. It does say that it's 30 metres and it will hook up to the Vibroglide, the Catros, various different things. So we can hook that up. Now we can change the main colour to anything we want. For example, blue if you wanted blue. We can change our rim colour. Design colour is the Reis logo. We can have black or red or orange or white. You can just about see that. I can't zoom in too much closer. There we go. Red and black. And then wheel brands, we've got trailables or Michelins, and then we can have standards or wides. The wides are massive. I think it's wides I've got on at the moment. Back again, Michelins, standard or wides. So a few options there. Now, like I say, you can operate this. I've got to use the DEERE again, haven't I? Of course I have. You can operate this as is. Obviously when I flattened this land out, I missed that bump there. Not quite sure how. So let's hook up. I'm going to open this a second because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. That's just raising and lowering the suspension, isn't it? I was thinking of the trailer. Nope, that's the door. Nope, I didn't know if there was any, like the bars, the spreader bars or anything moved for filling up. But anyway, so as it stands, I can turn it on and it will spread out. Now that doesn't seem like 30 metres to me, but you don't actually have to have a spreader bar on there, drag hose, anything like that if you don't want to, but it will hook up to them. And I've got the, I think it's the Samsung one, 36 metre. I've opened it already just because it's easier to attach to. So although it does say 30 metre in the store, if I want to, I can hook this up like so. I've got myself a 36 metre spreader on that. It folds up nice and neatly around it. No problems, no clashes, I think, because it comes with the 3-point link on the back already. Works really well. Nice bit of kit. So, over the back, we'll get them all in. We'll get them all in. We've got, now it says cow shed on the Modhub, but cow pasture in the store. This is by Plugz. Let me just turn that off. So we've got the main barn here, cow shed, but you've got sort of storage as well, vehicle storage under here, which I like. That's nice having that as an addition. So all your machinery and equipment you might use with relation to your cows, you can put under there anyway, which is quite cool. These open and close with sound effects. We've got our milk churns are here, so that's where we're collecting milk from. Slurry point is just here, so when they're producing slurry, that's where we're going to get it from. Feed trough runs along the inside here. Now, as far as straw goes, I bought straw in and TMR in. Both of those, it just did it at the rail here. So as I pulled in, it came up with the option to dump straw and the option to dump TMR. The straw went into here, and the mix ration feed went along this bit here. For actually buying, selling, or unloading is... hang on a minute. Oh, might be here by the gate. It is there by the gate. Gate opens and closes, like so. We've got our manure point. I'm assuming it automatically refills. I don't think they need mucking out. Haven't given them water yet, but that could be why. Nice big open pen, plenty of room, and the water trough is in the middle here. Now, that is one downside I've just suddenly thought. Because there's no other entrance, and that gate's really narrow. I suppose you'd have to come in through the bar. Oh no, you can't, can you? Ah, that may be a minor flaw here. Unless I can find another access point out in this outside fence, getting in to actually, with a vehicle with water on the back. Yeah, that's an incredibly narrow entrance, isn't it? Okay, well, that's going to be a bit of a challenge, isn't it, to get water to them. Maybe a Mahindra or something like that, or a Gator, or something very small anyway. Let's close that up. So, in store, these are under placeables. This will be under animal pens. Scroll across, and we will get to, there you go. Cow pasture, 100,000 to buy. It will hold 50 cows. And it's 14 slots, so not too heavy on the slot count. 50 cows, where's the equivalent? Sorry, it went past it. Yeah, it's pretty much 100,000 for the standard cow pasture in game, which holds 50 as well. 13 slots, so not much different really. There you go. So cow pasture, cow shed by Plugz. And moving on to the biggest mod for today. You'd think the Manor House would have been, because that's pretty big as it goes, but this is the riding facility. This is by moechtegernbauer, and we've got it all going on here. This is a whole combination. We've got indoor riding and training areas with a light switch, which is just here, so plenty of lighting, really bright. So if the weather's a bit inclement and you want to be training indoors, we've also got this one here, which is pretty much the same, massive indoor arena. I think light switch 2, seriously floodlit in there. And we've got a jumping sort of trials area round to the back here, and like dressage here. It's incredible. It's massive. So if you want to go in for a kind of riding setup, it's pretty much all, I say all under one roof. It's not really one roof, is it? It's quite a few roofs. Now, I couldn't find, there's no water source. I thought it might be round here. I'll show you what I mean. These are nice little features, like the saddle rests, the steps for getting up onto the horses. You've got this bit round here. I brought a water container over here. You can see the tyre marks where I backed it in. because I thought that would be where you might be able to refill water, but it didn't give me the option to refill. Anyway, attached to all of this, we've also got a horse paddock, so it kind of comes all built in. We've got our feed and water troughs across the front here. Inside, we've got our bedding drop-off point. If we come around here, I think we have got lights on here as well. There we go. Plenty of lighting on this whole mod. And this is where we buy, sell, deliver, or collect our horses. Now, again, this is a slightly odd one because in the Modhub it says it holds 12 horses, but I'm pretty sure under animal pens, riding facility, yeah, it says 10. So, yeah, I'm assuming 10. I've got one already, but anyway. Equestrian facility with training area and stable. Well, that says 12 horses there as well. Well, how many have we got already? We've got one. So, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, that's weird. So, it's only allowed me to put 10 in as an option, although I haven't done. Yet in the Modhub it says holds 12. So, there you go. Just one of those weird little things. If you're wondering why the 12 horses you thought you bought aren't in here, because it only holds 10. There you go. Quite a lot to get through, but I think we've just about done it. So that's the riding facility by moechtegernbauer. Some really nice details on this. It's a big old mod, and it takes up a massive ground space. I mean, you need to clear a really big area to put this down on. Very cool indeed. It's hard to pick a favourite from today's, but I'm leaning towards this beastie. I really am liking that. Anyway, I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.